good morning and welcome to another edition. Wherever you might be listening to us, this is Power356 FM. Yes, welcome to Sport Brief on Power365 FM. This morning it promises to be entertaining, and I tell you, in the world of football, in the world of basketball, and also boxing, alongside table tennis, we'll be here in the studio of Power365 FM to celebrate the moment that you have been waiting for. What is that particular moment? I'm talking about the moment of sports generally. Once again, welcome to Power365 FM. This is Sports Brief on what? On your number one online radio. You know my name remains the same. I am Ibidapo Miracle Oluwadamilola. You can call me Miracle Sports. I will be in the studio of Power365 FM this lovely and beautiful morning, and I'll be deploying to your hearing everything that has to do with what? That has to do with sporting activities. Just sit back, relax, and let's enjoy everything that has to do with sporting this morning. Where am I starting with? You know me to be a local man. Of course, I will start with all the local headlines and all the local stories that I have on my table this morning. Talking about FIFA, of course, they have been able to confirm Al-Ahly, I beg your pardon, Al-Ahly and also Wydad in participation in Club World Cup. And don't forget also, there are actually two more slots for that particular one as far as the Club World Cup is concerned. Moving in from that, what other stories that I have for you this morning? Talking about the 2023 African Games. Of course, Nigeria wins 6 gold medals in women wrestling. Moving in from that also, yesterday in the English Premier League, also a lot of stories actually there, but I'm not going there yet. Talking about the local stories still on my table. Don't forget, as far as the ongoing African Games is concerned, a lot of happening is actually going down in that particular order. Talking about different African countries weighing up against each other. Time to tell you in the studio of Power365 FM that presently as it is, I will be giving to you back to back everything that has to do with what? Everything that has to do with the ongoing African Games that is happening in Accra, Ghana. Yes, let me quickly run through from 1 to 10 as far as the ranking is concerned in that particular order. I will start with number 10. It is not surprising that the host nation, Ghana, is actually sitting at number 10 position as far as the ongoing medal ranking is concerned. The medal table, this is how it looks like. Ghana, they have just 1 gold medal for themselves, and they have 3 silver. They add new bronze, and also in total, that means their medal is 4 presently. Moving in from there, where do I go to? Talking about Uganda, they fix what? They're actually in number 9th position in the particular order with just 1 gold medal, and also they have 3 silver for themselves. They have 3 bronze also. That makes it 7 medal rather in that particular order. Moving in from that, also talking about the likes of the country that actually fixed number 8th position, that's Morocco. Morocco has 2 gold medals, they have 6 silver medals, and also they have 5 bronze, making it 13 medals in total for Morocco. Moving in from that, the team that's at 7th position in the particular order is Tunisia. Yes, Tunisia actually have 2 gold medals for themselves. They have 6 silver, and also they have 9 bronze medals, making it 17 in total. Moving in from that, number 6 is Madagascar. Madagascar actually have 3 gold, and they have 1 silver, and they have 6 bronze medals, making it 10 in total. And number 5 is Mauritius. Mauritius has 3 gold medals, they have 2 silver, and they have 1 what? They have 1 bronze medal, making it 6 in total, and actually gave them the edge to sat number 5 in the particular medal ranking. Talking about the team that sat number 4, you want to know? Yes, I will be here in the studio of Power365 FM to confirm to you that Nigeria will sat at number 4th position with 7 gold medal and also 7 silver with 12 bronze medal, making it 26 silver medal. I beg your pardon, making it 26 medal. And also gave us a grace to start at 4th position as far as the medal table is concerned. Number 3, who is that particular nation that sat at number 3rd? I'm talking about South Africa. They sat at number 3rd with 8 gold, 7 silver, and also 13 bronze medal, making it 28 in total medal for South Africa. Number 2, you want to know, that is Algeria with 8 gold medal, 15 silver. and they have 16 bronze for themselves, making it 13 in total. Don't forget, number 1 is nobody but who is one of the contender as far as the ongoing African game is concerned. I'm talking about Egypt. They have 39 gold. Oh my God. And also they have 14 silver for themselves. And also they have 16 bronze, making it 66 medals in total. Oh my God. I stand to tell you in the studio of Power 356 FM that Egypt isn't joking presently. So I move away from that. Where do I go to? Of course, still talking about all the local stories on my table this morning. My time is running. The time is 9:30 a.m. Nigerian time. Where do I head to? Don't forget, as far as the African game is concerned, the one that will be happening in 2027. You want to know that country, the nation that will be hosting that? I stand to tell you in the past, in the studio of Power 356 FM, that it is Egypt that will be hosting that particular competition that will be coming up as far as the year 2027 is concerned. Moving in from that, where do I go to? Still talking about the local stories on my table this morning. Like I said earlier on, the great Egyptians, they will be the one hosting the African Games 2027, while the 2023 edition of the African Games is actually still ongoing in Accra in Ghana. Don't forget, the Council of African Sports and Culture has actually announced that Egypt as the host for the 2027 edition of the games. According to the report I have on my table this beautiful morning, the decision actually was endorsed during the meeting held this Saturday in parallel with the African Games organized in Ghana. Don't forget, the African Games are the largest sports forum in Africa and are held every 4 years under the supervision of the Association of National Olympic Committee of Africa in that particular order. And don't forget also, the last time Egypt hosted the game was in 1991. Oh my God, that's very, very far away from the year we are presently. So I move away from that. Where do I go to? Oh, my time is running on the show, but I still have a lot of local stories on my table to make you understand this morning. Let's quickly go to where? Let's go to news regarding what? Regarding the Nigerian Professional Football League. Don't forget, quite a number of games actually went down yesterday. But even before I pick that, the English Premier League title race, it makes it more tight this particular time. So let's just leave that. But those are part of the stories that I'll be checking out this morning. Talking about Tanimu also. Tanimu ready to serve after first Eagles call up. And also don't forget, new boy Osho doubtful for Eagles friendlies. And also NPFL, as far as I'm concerned, I told you earlier on, I'll be making you understand quite a number of games that went down yesterday as far as the Nigerian Professional Football League is concerned. NPFL Sporting, they actually trashed Remo 4-1 in Southwest Derby. Oh my God. This is humiliating for Remo Stars in the particular order. Sporting Lagos actually claimed the bragging right in the second installment of the New Southwest Derby in Nigeria Professional Football League with an emphatic 4-1 win over Remo Stars at the Bolaji Johnson Arena, Onikan, Lagos on Sunday. That's yesterday. Of course, the Kenya side were actually undone by 3 of their former players in the rank of the Sporting, with Junior Lokosa, Godwin Odibo, and also Philip Odubia are also involved as far as the score sheet is concerned in that particular order. Odibo actually won a penalty inside 5 minutes, and Lokosa made no mistake from the spot to give Paul Ofos side the lead, while Pasha Durugbo actually doubled the advantage in the 27 minutes of the ongoing game. And also a 38 minutes own goal by the defender, talking about Saludin Aliu, actually reduced the deficit for Remo before the halftime, but the hosts came back with full throttle in the second half and actually make it more difficult for Remo Star in the particular order. Stand to tell you in the studio of Power 356 FM that Remo were humiliated by Sporting Lagos in the particular order. It is not a very good one for Remo Star. Let's leave that and go to other stories on my table. Yes, Cage. You hear the word Cage? Of course, this is coming from who? As far as I'm concerned, I'm talking about one of the most prestigious player of the Super Falcons. That is Ajibade. there are happenings around that particular lady. So once I get to that particular undo, I'll make you understand. Let's move away from that because of my time is running on the show. Alright, then let's go to games that went down yesterday. As far as the English Premier League is concerned, a lot of teams actually weighing up against each other yesterday. We see the pretenders weighing up against the contender yesterday. Yes, yesterday it was a very tight encounter between Liverpool and Manchester City. You might want to say, yes, I stand in the studio of Power356 FM to confirm to you that yesterday encounter has actually gave Arsenal the edge to make sure they sat number one position as far as the English Premier League is concerned in that particular order. Let's go to check games that went down yesterday as far as the English Premier League is concerned. Shouldn't be a shocking one to you because yesterday Manchester City and Liverpool, of course, Liverpool actually held them to a draw, a 1-1 draw. I tell you, the game was actually at the 10th level yesterday because Manchester City got the opening goal by Stones yesterday, and later on, I stand to tell you that McAllister came from behind to make sure he got an equalizing goal for Liverpool in that particular under. Of course, that has given Liverpool an edge to salvage a point in that particular match. You want to know how the table looks like presently as far as the English Premier League is concerned? Alright, let me just give you the team that sat at the first position, second position, and the third position. Let's see how the English Premier League table looks like this morning. Of course, Arsenal has been able to play 28 games. They have 70 goals for themselves, and they have 24 goal deficit in the particular order with 64 points. Liverpool sat second position, 64 points also, and they've been able to play 28 games. Manchester City, they sat third position, and of course, they've been able to play 28 games with 63 points. This has never been this close before in the history of English Premier League. As it is, 28 games has been played, and yet from number 1 to number 3 position, we have just 1 point separating them. Oh my God, this is actually tough. Let's run through other games that went down yesterday. And also don't forget, number of games also will be kickstarting later on today as far as English Premier League is concerned. Also, La Liga Santander is upon us to check on today also. Okay, let's go to check. Aston Villa yesterday, they got demolished. They got humiliated at home yesterday by Tottenham Hotspur. 4-0 was the scoreline yesterday for Tottenham Hotspur. And don't forget, that's how they keep Tottenham Hotspur top 4 up alive. And also talking about West Ham United and Burnley yesterday. Yes, West Ham United came from behind to make sure they got an equalizing goal because it was actually 2-0 victory in favor of Burnley. But later on, West Ham United actually they got their 2-2 draw yesterday in that particular order. Moving in from that, Brighton and Hove Albion got their slim victory over Nottingham Forest yesterday, just a 0-0. And also Liverpool had Manchester City to a draw at Anfield yesterday, 1-1 draw. Talking about Leeds, they got defeated at home by Alex Verona by a 0-0. And don't forget AC Milan also, they got their maximum 3 points over Empoli yesterday. Yes, Juventus and Atlanta, they held themselves to a 2-2 draw. So talking about Fiorentina and Roma also, they held themselves to a draw. It was a 2-2 draw also in that particular. They're talking about Spanish La Liga games that I have with me this morning. Deportivo Alaves also defeated Rayo Vallecano by a 0-0 rather. And also Las Palmas, they got defeated at home by Atletico by 2-0. And don't forget also Real Madrid at Santiago Bernabeu yesterday. It was at the 10th level because Real Madrid, they actually finish up Celta Vigo yesterday by 4-0 in that particular clash. My time is running on the show. The time is 39 minutes away from 9 a.m. Nigerian time. Of course, Real Betis yesterday, they got defeated at home. Villarreal defeated them by 3-2. Let's go to German Bundesliga. I stand to tell you in the studio of Power356 FM that Xabi Alonso unbeaten run continues in that particular order. They got their maximum 3 points yesterday over Wolfsburg, even though they are down to 10 men. But of course, it's of no big deal. Yes, Bayern Leverkusen defeated Wolfsburg yesterday by 2-0. And also at Frankfurt, rather, I beg your pardon. And also they got maximum 3 points at home yesterday over Hoffenheim by 3-1. Bochum also suffered defeat at home. Freiburg defeated them by 2-1. Talking about Paris Saint-Germain, they were unable to get their what? They are unable to get their 3-point victory yesterday because Reims owed them to a 2-2 draw. Strasbourg also got defeated at home by a goal to nil. That's coming from Monaco. And don't forget also Toulouse. They actually suffered defeat yesterday. There because Las Arves actually defeated them by a goal to nil. Ment got 3 points. It was a slim victory though. 1-0 over Clermont-Foot in a particular order. Lille and Rennes, they add themselves to a 2-2 draw. And Marseille also got maximum 3 points over Nantes in that particular game that ended 2-0 victory in favor of Marseille. My time is running. I cannot take other games that went down yesterday. Let's just go to games that will be what? That will be happening today because I still have quite a number of stories to turn this beautiful money on my table. As far as Nigerian time is concerned, 9 p.m. Chelsea will be welcoming Newcastle United at Stamford Bridge later on tonight. It will be a very tight encounter. Don't forget that it is now presently Chelsea, they sat at 11th position. That is not encouraging for all the Chelsea fans out there. 15 minutes away. I beg your pardon, 30 minutes away from 5 p.m. Nigerian time. It will be who? It will be the Turkish league side. But I will not be taking on that particular game. Where we see Besiktas, they will be having their particular game later on today. And also, I have just one game as far as Spanish La Liga is concerned. 9 p.m. Amera will be weighing up against Sevilla. Yes, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's leave that. Miracle Sport in the studio of Power356 FM. I need to leave that and go to other stories on my table this morning because my time is actually flying as far as timing is concerned. Yes, Bayern 04, Leverkusen, still on the top of the world, still on the top with 10 points gap. Do you think Bayern Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso side, will be able to what? Will be able to take that crown as far as Bundesliga is concerned? Yes, as it is presently, Bayern Leverkusen, they have been able to play 25 games and they have for themselves 67 points. Bayern Munich sat second position. They played 25 games also and they have 57 points. Let's just leave football now and go straight up to what? Let's go straight up to other games as far as boxing also is concerned. I have quite a number of stories for you also. Happy birthday to who? Happy birthday to Andy Robertson as far as Liverpool is concerned. Today is Robertson's birthday. From the studio of Power356 FM, we are wishing you happy birthday. Let's leave that and go to where? And go to boxing related stories on my table this morning. Before I go to boxing, let me take tennis related story. Now afterward, I might wrap things up with boxing stories on my table. Alright, let me start with boxing then. Joshua, that's as far as Antonio Joshua is concerned, rediscovers swagger. Yes, swagger. You want to say as Fury actually washes on. Antonio Joshua rediscovered his swagger, of course, with a what? With a destructive win over Francis Ngannou as British rival Tyson Fury's washes on. It was a very palatable game for a very palatable game for Antonio Joshua when he was actually facing his what? Facing his contender, that is Francis Ngannou. And I stand to tell you that Antonio Joshua actually knocked Francis Ngannou, knocked him out in that particular order. Francis Ngannou, I beg your pardon. So let's go to tennis related stories on my table. Now I'll be wrapping things up with that particular one because I need to leave the studio of Power356 FM this morning. Talking about Alcaraz actually cruised past Uga Lamenzils in what? At the Indian Wells ongoing competition. Defending champion, talking about Carlos Alcaraz rather, actually reaches the Indian Wells 4th round win with what? With 6-2, 6-3 win over Felix Uga Aliassime in the particular order. Don't forget also Siwatek actually reaches Indian Wells 4th round. And also talking about Noriu actually booked 3rd round spot at Indian Wells. My time is almost off and I need to leave the studio. But let me give you this. This is a question, a thrilling question as far as tennis is concerned. Does Djokovic actually miss Federer? Another rivalry as far as table tennis is concerned. Siwatek also and Cabral are through to Indian Wells 3rd round, like I said earlier on. Okay, let me just take headlines and I'll dash out of the studio. Madrid sweep past Airplay sector to actually clear La Liga league points in the particular order. And don't forget also African Games gold medal swap for Nigeria on day 3. I stand to tell you in the studio of Power356 FM that congratulations to the wrestling team of Nigeria as far as the ongoing African Game is concerned. They are able to claim for themselves 6 gold medals later on today. It's a huge congratulations to those particular team. On this note, I need to leave the studio because my time is up. My name remains the same. I am Ibidakpo Miracle Oluwa Damilola. Same time tomorrow, 9 a.m. Nigerian time. Join me for Sport Brief. Please keep sharing the program with friends and family. You can follow us on all our social media and www.facebook.com/Power356FM. Of course, you will see how things is being done in the studio. For now, Miracle Sport dash out of the studio. Bye.